Women, listen up. A warning from Jackson Police to help keep you safe from criminals who may be looking to make you a target.
And take a look at this. Thieves caught on tape swiping packages in Rankin County. We'll show you the couple police are looking for.
And beautiful looking morning so far. You can see that bright sky lighting up thanks to the sun coming up above the horizon, but it is incredibly cold. Temperature at 26 degrees in Jackson. Be advised as you step outside, it is going to be feeling frigid. We'll have more on this forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Fox 40 Morning News. Fox 40 News starts now.
A public advisory from Jackson Police this morning warning those who come into the capital city about several criminals targeting women. Investigators believe these suspects are responsible for 6 different cases involving carjacking, armed robbery of an individual, and auto theft. Officer Kalinda Lagreen says they're looking for 2 or 3 black guys anywhere from ages 16 to 20 wearing dark clothes with hooded shirts. We have had at least 2 cases over the last 2 weeks where women were targeted. Richland police told us a woman involved in a wreck Sunday was abducted from a Jackson laundromat beforehand. And then the week before that, somebody carjacked a woman at Fondren Hill Apartments off Lakeland Drive. Officer Green would not confirm whether the suspects in this advisory had anything to do with those 2 cases because they are still investigating. So, ladies, if you're out there, here are some things to keep in mind. First, be aware of your surroundings. If you feel like you're being followed, call 911 immediately. You want to avoid dark and isolated areas. Also, avoid distractions like talking on your cell phone when you're traveling or walking.
In this morning's Most Wanted, police in several metro area cities are searching for 2 very bold criminals. Investigators say Gregory Montreal McGee and Kenya Michelle Knotts are stealing packages. They've been caught on home surveillance cameras taking items from people's doorsteps. They were driving a silver Hyundai Sonata in many of the crimes, but they could now have switched cars, according to investigators. More than 20 homes have been hit with thousands of dollars worth of packages stolen.
We are trying to collect some of the property, and if we do, once an arrest is made, we hope to be able to return some of that property. So give us a call and we'll send a deputy out and have a report taken of the incident.
Investigators say the couple took over $1,000 worth of items from Madison County.
It's official. The 2 new economic development projects we told you about will get help from the state. The goal of yesterday's special session was to pass an incentive package for the companies. An invitation to next week's formal announcement confirms the 2 companies are Continental Tire and Edison Schwauss Offshore. The tire company locating in Hinds County will bring 2,500 jobs. 1,000 are headed to the shipyard in the port of Gulfport.
This moves us to the next level as you talk about the Southern Automobile Corridor and shipbuilding and the possibilities of the expansions of the port.
An amendment was added that ensures Mississippi-based and minority-owned businesses are used as suppliers and related companies during the build-out. Well, the Mississippi Development Authority is the lead agency regarding the mega site that's going up on Norrell Road between Clinton and Bolton. Everybody, however, continues to be extremely tight-lipped about the details, including the economic impact. Now, we did speak to metro area residents who are thrilled to hear this news.
Like I said, any jobs help unemployment. Yeah, anytime you get more jobs, it's an improvement to the state, period.
And of course, Fox 40 will continue to follow this story and keep you updated.
The Mississippi Department of Corrections is looking for parolee Michael Lester Morgan. He escaped after having a revocation hearing related to his arrest in Hinds County on December 3rd. Morgan's charged with possession of a stolen firearm, being a convicted felon in possession of a firearm, and possession of a controlled substance. If you see him, call police. A fake police officer arrested after a home invasion has been sentenced to 55 years in prison. 34-year-old Gary Raymond Mapp pleaded guilty and was sentenced for armed robbery, aggravated assault, kidnapping, and burglary. The crime happened in June of 2015 in Rankin County. Sheriff's deputies searched Mapp's rented condo on the reservoir and found several weapons along with police clothing and badges.
Happening now, folks in the town of Delo are still fighting flooding from the storm that ripped through the state Monday.
Delo's mayor says Dabbs Creek has turned several streets into lakes. More than 50 people had to be evacuated from an apartment complex Wednesday night due to the rising water. 2 homes also took on water. One of them is located on Jupiter Road, where the Edwards family lives. They say 4 feet of water soaked their appliances, furniture, and clothes. And they say it's the 5th time Their house has flooded. The Pearl River is expected to crest next week, but local soccer fields could be flooded as early as this weekend. These are the soccer fields off Westbrook Road in Jackson. Residents and children are being told to stay out of the floodwater. We talked with some parents who say they will monitor the situation, and some players who say they'll be disappointed if they can't play this weekend.
We have an update for you now on last Thursday's massive business fire in Flowood. Mud Predators, ATV, Red River Specialties, and a third business were all impacted. The fire released harmful chemical pesticides and herbicides into the environment. Now, yesterday we found standing blue water on 25 acres of wetlands in the area.
We are monitoring it. Of course, you can see the dyes in the water, but we have not found the herbicide and pesticides at this point. We did have a 5-inch rain here, and so we have a big dilution factor, but we have found the dye, of course, but no herbicides or pesticides yet.
Well, at least 25 dump trucks of soil and 20,000 gallons of water have been removed and put in holding tanks. The state fire marshal has ruled the fire accidental. It started in the building utilized as an ATV repair center. No one was injured.
Mississippi's only traffic helicopter is checking on traffic for us right now. We go live to Jessica Golden to see how First Alert traffic is moving along. Jessica.
Good morning, Wilson, and a good Friday morning, everyone. Right now, we are in Madison at the Madison exit. Traffic is moving along nice and smoothly here. We are seeing a little bit of a problem. I-55 northbound near High Street. We've got some heavy traffic right there. There was a car with a flat tire on the right-hand shoulder there right at High Street, causing just a little bit of a delay. That's not an accident, so we do imagine that will be cleared pretty soon. But everything else around the metro is moving nice and smoothly so far this morning. No other slowdowns and no accidents to report. So if you're just about to head out the door, you should have a pretty easy time getting where you're going on this beautiful Friday morning. This Skycopter Traffic Report sponsored by Clinton Body Shop. We take pride in perfection. I'm Jessica Golden with Skycopter Traffic.
Thanks, Jessica. Coming up, we're headed to Wayne County for an update on the cleanup after an afternoon train derailment. The Fox 40 Morning News continues.
This is Fox 40 First Alert Weather.
7:09. Glad you are with us here Friday morning on Fox 40 Morning News. And we're starting off with a beautiful sunrise, but warming back up next Thursday. Your high temp then will be around 64 degrees.
Emergency management officials say derailed train cars in Waynesboro will get moved today. Officials say the 40-year-old railway shattered yesterday under the weight of 24 cars weighing 200,000 pounds. The derailment happened as the cars were heading into a poultry plant in Waynesboro.
Operations are going to be affected quite a bit here because there's one train line into the plant, there's one train line out, and this is it.
He says nobody was injured. A Connecticut man is facing charges for faking cancer. We'll have more on this bizarre story next. You're watching the Fox 40 Morning News. We go live now to Mississippi's only traffic helicopter.
Yeah, Jessica Golden is live in Skycopter with a look at First Alert traffic. Good morning to you, Jessica.
Good morning, Joy, and a good Friday morning, everyone. Still a nice, quiet morning for traffic so far today. Right now we're on I-220 heading back towards I-55, and you can see not a lot of cars on the road so far this morning. So now's the time if you're about to head out the door to go to work. This is the moment to do it. Not a lot of cars on the road, and everybody is moving along just fine. No slowdowns or accidents to report. This Skycopter Traffic Report sponsored by American Car Center, King of Credit. I'm Jessica Golden with Skycopter Traffic.
Thanks, Jessica. The mayor of Birmingham, Alabama, has taken a bold step to ban the box. Cheryl Lassiter explains what this is in the Alert Center. Cheryl.
Well, Joy, Mayor William Bell has issued an executive order to get rid of the box on employment applications that require applicants to disclose whether they've been convicted of a felony. Bell says providing jobs for people with criminal histories reduces the risk of recidivism. 100 cities and counties around the nation have adopted a similar ban, the Box Act. This is something that Jackson Mayor Tony Yarborough is also interested in. That's the latest from the Alert Center.
All right, Cheryl, thanks. A Connecticut man is accused of pretending to have terminal cancer, then accepting more than $20,000 donated at benefits held in his honor. Tyler Tomer is charged with first-degree larceny. Wallingford police say he claimed to have brain cancer, but after a family member complained to police, he was defrauding the community by accepting money from benefits in his honor. Police obtained a search warrant of his medical records. There was no mention he had cancer. Tomer collected money through multiple fundraisers, including a dinner at the high school, a golf tournament, and even a GoFundMe page. Growing fears about the Zika outbreak in the U.S. are prompting governors to step up efforts to fight this virus, while Latin American countries are already combating the outbreak.
Patricia Stark has the latest now from New York.
News.
CVS will stock a heroin overdose antidote in its pharmacies in Ohio next month. It's the first of 20 states where it will start selling Narcan this year. CVS already sells it in 15 other states. This is the latest indication heroin and other opioid drugs have gone mainstream across America. Narcan, also known by its generic name naloxone, is a nasal spray used to reverse the effects of opioids in the event of overdose. It is not a prescription drug, but CVS says it does not display it on store shelves. Customers have to ask the pharmacist for it.
Well, if you see a lot of people wearing red today, it's not that Valentine's has come early. It's National Wear Red Day. Women are so good at running businesses and running households that sometimes they neglect to do the things they need to do to keep their own bodies running. And that's why the American Heart Association is targeting women in its effort to raise awareness of heart disease.
Women often put themselves last. And when we look at the statistics that heart disease is the #1 killer of all women, women need to put themselves first.
In addition to family history, smoking, and diabetes, a woman's heart disease risk increases with high blood pressure during pregnancy, gestational diabetes, and depression. Signs of a heart attack in women can be subtle and don't always involve chest pain. Other symptoms include shortness of breath, pain in the jaw and back, extreme fatigue, and nausea.
The Super Bowl is for men. Please. We've got a closer look at this ad designed to bring mom to the TV on Sunday. Stay with us. You're watching Fox 40 Morning News.
Preparations for Carnival are underway in Rio de Janeiro. Technical rehearsals started weeks ago for Rio's Carnival parades, which are known the world over for their glitz and glamour. In just a few days, dancers from the Samba schools will battle it out for the championship title. Each school is fronted by the Queen of the Drums, who dances alongside her court of sparkling, sculpted dancers known as muses. Carnival kicks off today, and it runs through Tuesday. Of course, Tuesday is better known around these parts for Mardi Gras celebrations culminating across the Southeast. Happening today in New Orleans, the Greasing of the Poles is taking place. The 46th annual event will be hosted by actor Brian Batt. He and several local ladies will oil the Royal Sonesta Hotel's balcony support poles. Now, that is to keep revelers from climbing them to get to the balconies. Speaking of New Orleans, there's a party bus there this weekend that nobody wants to ride. Louisiana State Police and the New Orleans Police Department are teaming up for the 10th year to use the booking bus. Officers say the bus acts like a full booking room at a jailhouse. The suspects will be photographed, fingerprinted, and given the opportunity to post bond on site. Officials say the mobile station saves time and keeps officers on the streets where they're needed most during this busy time of year.
Some USM men are willing to walk around on high heels to bring attention to human trafficking around the world. 9 professors and students at the Gulf Park campus took part in the Stallions in Stilettos fashion show. Audience members donated money by voting for their favorite shoe model. The men say it's a small sacrifice to make to support programs that help victims of modern-day slavery and domestic violence.
Human trafficking is a terrible injustice that too many people face, and it's just great that we can raise awareness, that students here at the university are doing their part to raise awareness.
The USM American Marketing Association and the Women's Gender Studies Student Organization hosted the fashion show. Some of the proceeds will go to the Gulf Coast Women's Center for Nonviolence. Water donations continue to flow in for residents of Flint, Michigan. Greater Pearly Grove Missionary Baptist Church in Jackson collected more than 600 cases of bottled water. Members loaded the water onto trucks yesterday and delivered it to Tougaloo College. Students with relatives in Flint kicked off a water drive last month, and church leaders say they wanted to join in and help. This water will be shipped to Flint in the coming weeks. An estimated 189 million people will tune into the big game this weekend. Wilson, you heard about it. And many will be watching on their brand new TV.
Yeah, in fact, 1 in 4 Americans in the market for a new set are hitting up Super Bowl sales. Now, here are some things to consider before you buy. Ultra HD, also known as 4K, offers more detail than regular HD TVs, but it's tougher to notice on sets smaller than 60 inches, and the Super Bowl will not air in 4K. Certain LCD or LED TVs could pose a problem if you're packing the room for your Super Bowl party, so make sure you look at a TV from several angles before buying to make sure the picture quality still looks good. And even if you get a good deal on a new TV, avoid upsells for accessories or add-ons that you don't really want.
Okay, so if you're one of those folks who watches the Super Bowl for the commercials, me, we've got a treat for you. And it's an even bigger treat for the ladies in the room.
Did I just leave? Is that what you're saying?
No, read your line.
Take a look at this sneak peek of a Hyundai ad that is taking us to Ryanville.
Yeah.
Can you give me a warning? Sure. Warning, here comes your ticket.
Oh, in my face! So aggressive!
A car that doesn't get distracted. Auto emergency braking with pedestrian detection. On the all-new Hyundai Elantra.
All right, Julia, I want to give a minute or two to give much respect due.
I do know all the words to this. I was doing it during the commercial break before, but I'm
chickened out on me.
do it on TV.
Like, I'll do that on TV. I'm the meteorologist. Okay.
But yeah, it's true. I know all the words to What a Man. And just so everyone at home knows, Ryan Reynolds is married to Blake Lively.
Yes,
so
he is. Sorry, ladies.
Yeah, he's off the market. Let's talk about what's happening outside your window in the weather. We've got clear skies. The temperatures are in the 20s. A frigid morning start. We'll talk more about what to expect for the afternoon in just a few.
Happening now on Fox 40 News.
Good morning, I'm Wilson Stribling. It's a chilly 26 degrees in Jackson at 7:27. The chopper's still flying, though. Jessica Golden is live in Mississippi's only traffic helicopter, Skycopter, with a look at traffic for us this morning. Good morning, Jessica.
Good morning, Wilson. We are still flying, but we're bundled up, as you said earlier. Right now, we're heading northbound I-55. Traffic is moving pretty smoothly. Right here, we're just seeing a little bit of a slowdown coming northbound on the stack, but that's it around the metro. Traffic is moving just fine through the rest of the area. No other slowdowns and no accidents to report this morning. So if you're headed out the door, you should have a nice, easy time getting where you're going. I'm Jessica Golden with Skycopter Traffic.
All right, thanks, Jess. And as you step outside, you want to bundle up like Jessica is with those temps in the 20s. Nice clear skies across the state, no clouds to be seen. As you head through the day, you're going to see these numbers climbing from the 20s where they're at now into the low 50s. So this afternoon going to feel a lot like yesterday afternoon, maybe just adding on a degree or two. So if you were chilly yesterday, you probably want to dress a little bit warmer today. What's going to be happening into the weekend? We're going to be in the 50s on Saturday and low 60s on Sunday.
If you are watching us on WLBT, stay tuned for more of the Today Show. On Fox 40, stay tuned for more local news coverage on the Fox 40 Morning News.